Me, producer.
Show your allegiance, show to destination, Liberia. Show your allegiance, show your loyalty to destination, Liberia. The red on the flesh is forever. The white on the flesh is for purity. The star is for republic. The blue is for black people. We know Liberia is home. The Declaration of Independence was done in 1847. 11 days of people we are known as First Republic. The Lone Star shall be evermore. Show your allegiance, show your loyalty to destination, Liberia. If my people who are over money, we humble themselves and seek my face, I will rise and build that nation. Liberia will rise again. Nations will come to your rising. I prophesy, kingdom will come to your life. Together, keep the peace. What's in unity, we will build our nation. Arise, Liberia, arise. Arise, and take your place. Whatever yes, join the leader, join loyalty,
showing allegiance, showing loyalty to this nation, Liberia. No matter how the eyebrows grow, they can never be longer than the beard. What a pleasant good afternoon and welcome from the nation's capital, Monrovia. Welcome to the show Bitz And Pieces. It's on your radio Monday through Friday, 2 to 4 in the afternoon. We'll talk about the issues, those involved, but with civility right there on the show. Lot of issues to talk about. We'll talk about those issues. We'll stress free our minds this afternoon on the show. We'll move in and talk about some of the issues. Yesterday, the president, His Excellency Ambassador Joseph Boakai, did address the nation yesterday. Too many things the president spoke about.
Nation will come to your rising. I prophesy. Kingdom will come
And the president also left too many things out.
together. Kingdom peace.
But we will talk about some of the things the president said.
Nation. Arise. Liberia. Arise. Arise.
And we'll bring you some of the response from other political institutions. And we'll talk about the leakage of the president's State of the Nation address. Yesterday, while the president was addressing the nation, I mean, the speech of the president got leaked. How did that happen? It raises a serious issue of security concerns, and I think it should not be overlooked. The officers of the president saw the speech. What happened along the way? They said that the president's cycle, or the cycle of the president, cannot be trusted. But too many issues, the stand-up bearer of the ANC coming says, not building roads, the people will eat. A lot of issues to talk about this afternoon. We want to say welcome to all of you. We'll read some of the conference, the releases we have in our possession from the different political parties, and other issues will be brought on for discussion this afternoon. We want to say good afternoon to all of you. Welcome to the show wherever you are, to Bitz And Pieces, and of course, it promises to be very fascinating. Too many things embedded in our discussion. We're going to talk about them. But the cash giveaway is on. Star 799 star 8 hash. Keep dialing. Star 799 star 8 hash. Keep dialing. Star 799 star 8 hash. Play with $50 Liberian dollars. Yes, you're playing with just $50 Liberian dollars. And of course, you stand a chance to win $5,000. Win for yourself half bag of rice. And you also stand a chance to win phones. So let's get 4 persons to play at least two times. By dialing star 799 star 8 hash. By dialing star 799 star 8 hash. Welcome to the show, fellow Liberians. And of course, it promises to be very, very fascinating. All you need to do now is to share the show. And yesterday, the president. But I mean, let me ask the one question quickly. Since the president's State of the Nation address yesterday, I've observed this. I don't know what some of you have also observed it. Too many Liberians are angry. Why are our people angry? Why are Liberians angry after the president's State of the Nation address? I don't know what some of you watching, some of you listening via the radio, whether you've also noticed this. Why are Liberians angry after the president's State of the Nation address? And just side attraction, that certain thing I observed yesterday, and the video is, it's circulating the social media now, and I want to play that video so that you listen to him. You listen to the president. He was like, "Give my heart to me. Where you carry my heart?" The woman requesting his heart, and after requesting his heart, and he started to say to, I think, one of the protocols, should I ask the people to have their seat? The president asking one of the protocols is just That's just something I want us to just run around. We're just going to run around it. Isn't part of our major talking points, you know, but it's something just to run around. And the president was like, should I tell her now to have that seat? Too many things came to my mind when I was, watching the president address yesterday, and he started to ask a protocol officer as to whether, he should ask the people who were, on the ground yesterday, who have gathered to listen to the president, asking one protocol officer or someone who, were on the podium. I don't know what it means. And we will delve into that. We'll look at that critically, because to ask someone as to whether you can instruct the people now to sit down, what does it imply? I mean, it's something strange to me, though. It's something very strange. But why the security man? Where was he even carrying the old man cap? Where was the security man carrying the old man cap? The old man got a cap on, and I think it was because of the national anthem. The old man decided to take a cap off his head, and the anthem flowed. And after the flowing of the anthem, I don't know what that security man came from. And he took the old man face cap. The old man said, "My man, get my face cap. Why you carry my face cap?" And that's how the old man collected a face cap and placed it on his head. After the anthem flow, the president began to ask the lady, the other lady, as to whether the people should have their seats. Those who have gone to grace, the State of the Nation address. What does this mean? We'll talk about it. Let's acknowledge those of you watching. Share the show. A lot of issues to talk about. A lot of issues to talk about, and we're going to talk about those issues right here. Harris says, "I'm watching live from my Visual Media Incorporated office in Dual Community." Stanley Sharif said, "Congratulations, I'm in class today. Folks, please share the live." Good afternoon, VUL. I'm watching from the nation's capital. Vinisha Junior Bass says, I'm following from District 16. Stanley Sharif says, "Hopefully our president of Mama Liberia will represent this coming Sunday for lying to the Liberian people about creating 70,000 AR jobs," he says. Vamuya M. Shalif says, "Good afternoon. I'm following from Broadville City." Eton Pukuyu says, "Good afternoon, VUL. I'm following from Siblets Farm in Bon County." William Debbie Wulu says, "The Liberian Civil Rights Movement official spokesperson is watching live from Upper Caldwell, Monrovia, Liberia." Gormanimi Tito says, "Good afternoon, George Wei, and good afternoon to the peace-loving people of Latoria District." What? He did not indicate that. He says, "Sam Gormanimi Tito, I'm watching from the borough of Nuku Town. Precisely to one community. Thanks for your service to Mama Liberia." Stanley Sharif says, "From my own analysis from the so-called State of the Nation address, our president clearly showed to the Liberian people that he is not in control of the presidency." Abel Tokwa has joined us. He says, "Good afternoon, Voice of Liberia. Following from Bangabon County." Abel, welcome. Stanley Sharif still here. He says, "From the look of things, Liberia president is another content creator." No. David Tueto says, "Good afternoon, Voice of Liberia. And good afternoon to the peace-loving people of Electoral District 6. I'm David Tueto. I'm watching from borough of Nuku Town." Henry Tito Jr. says, he says, "Good morning, my viewer family. I'm watching from a resident in Kawa." I think it should be good afternoon. I thought he was somewhere else. I thought you were not in the country, but it should be good afternoon. That should be a typical error. Roof Bondo Banning says, "I'm watching you from Arizona, USA. Hello, my brother. How are you doing? The Visco Castleball says, good afternoon, Josh. I'm watching from the borough of Nucrotown. Nathan P says, good afternoon. I think it's he meant Voice of Liberia. He's watching from 540. And he says, we are 2029. Amara Jalakamara says, good afternoon, viewer family. I'm following live from Brazil. Bawalo James has joined us from the USA. Welcome, guys. Share the show. Invite others to join the show. Wherever you are, at how best you go about listening. I ask that you share the show. Ruben Kennan, Ruben has joined us. And he says, I'm following you from Kolahun, Lofa County. Good afternoon, Ruben. How is the people there in Lofa? Hope all of you doing good. And welcome to the show, fellow Liberians. Afra says, yes, Afra says, I want you to please please help me. What you mean? To amount my birthday tomorrow? You mean to announce, or what you mean? But anyway, happy pre-birthday, Afra, Afra 2. Happy pre-birth anniversary shout out for you. Alan Benedict Colley says, good afternoon, Voice of Liberia. I'm watching from my residence in Bannersville. Debris Muff Open. Definitely. So welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. You know, normally we all know that if a president asks the water congregation or the people he's addressing, or those that were present yesterday while he was addressing the state, I listened to others and they say, oh yes, the president was right to have asked. And they've argued that it shows that the president, he got what they call respect for protocol and hierarchy. But now, how often is it being done? We witness other countries' state of the nation address when they're addressing their states. Do we see these things happening where you have the president, asking another president to get permission from the president before he or she proceeds? The fact that, in my mind, the fact that the president was on that podium, the fact that the president was on that podium, the national anthem flew already. It shows that, or it says to the people of the country that you are prepared, you are ready. In fact, you're already on the stage, and after the anthem, you flow. And after the anthem, you flow. The first and foremost thing is that when a diplomat or a state president like the president is addressing the nation, we are all aware that they often asked, the people to take their seat. It shows a sign of respect. And to also then show that everyone is comfortable. You get them to relax, because once you tell them have a seat, there will be other people who will sit, relax and take their bottle of water, to drink. And once they drink, they relax. It shows that you have the respect for the audience you're addressing at the moment or at that point in time. You create that formal atmosphere by doing so. It helps those you interacting with or those you addressing at that point in time, like the president was doing yesterday. Why it is true that he was addressing the nation, not only those that are on the scene, but the fact that they were in person, they were on the scene. It helped them, to focus on the message that you are about to release as a president of the country. That alone helps to calm the audience. It makes it very easier to convey the message. It's not that the president don't know these simple things that you go to ask somebody, oh, I should proceed. I should tell the people, in fact, to have their seat, not proceed. I should ask the people to have their seat. I was like, wow. Who's in charge? Who's in charge? And too many things we have to talk about, federal Liberians. That was just something I decided to just run around in passing. The president of the Republic of Liberia spoke about too many issues. And we will pay more emphasis to the aspect where he spoke about job creations. And he was specific as to the numbers of jobs his government they've been able to create. He was specific with a figure. We're going to talk about it. But before talking about it, there is something that I want to talk about federal Liberians. Some of you might not know, but while we were following yesterday, in fact, the state of the president was still addressing the state when the speech of the president, the address of the president, took to the social media. It circulated all over the social media. What it says to you, fellow Liberians, the speech got leaked. How come? Who are those responsible for the preparation? Who did the preparation of the speech? What are the offices it went through before going to the desk of the president? Can this be investigated? But the Ministry of Information had a press conference. Yes, I want to get a portion of it. I think the Minister of Information spoke about it. The Minister of Information, I think he said something about it. I want to get that portion for you. Okay. Yes. This is it. Information Minister Pierre disclosed that the Executive Mansion and the Ministry of State, they're going to investigate the leakage of President Bouakar's State of the Nation address. It can be recalled that minutes before the president concluded his address, the speech was already published by some media outlets. The Minister Pierre described the action as highly unprofessional and unethical. The emphasis, or he emphasized that individuals operating in the public space are expected to uphold the highest standard of professionalism and ethical conduct. The disclosure was made at the Ministry of Information press conference. Look, let me say this. Some of you might take this thing to be something that is just another mere joke. But it is not a joke. And I don't want you to see it as a joke. That few thing it says to me that the president needs to be very careful with those around him. Because if the president's speech, people preparing the president's speech can release the speech while the president is still addressing the state. So it's possible that In fact, they saw that speech. I want to believe that they saw that speech ahead of the president nation address. And this is where the president needs to be. He needs to be very careful. And should not just be careful, but investigate properly as to who did that. Because that has been very unprofessional. That has been very unprofessional. We'll come to some of the stuff in the speech. But for the president speech to leak, come to think about it. Come to think about it. I don't know, or since I started knowing myself, for the president to be addressing the state, then the speech start to circulate everywhere on the social media. It's surprising. It's very surprising to me. Several years we've not seen that, where the president will be on the podium and still, introducing himself and going through the speech, and the speech is already on all of the outlets. Then how is it now a news to the people of the country? No, come to think about it. And I think this should be investigated properly. I think this should be investigated properly. It should be investigated properly. It tells you that the president should not even trust people around him, because if they can take the speech to sell it, then tell me, if they can be very brave to take the speech of the president and give it out, they can do anything. Because I'm very sure that they sued him. I'm very sure that they sold it. And this should not be taken lightly. This should not be about someone and I'm from a political party. And so let's let it be. What reason? Why it is true that some of the things said in the how you call it, in the president address, we have some issue with some of the things that he said, but we need to be honest. We need to come to the disco with honesty. It raises serious security concerns. To have the president's speech leaked. Who did that? It's about time that the president himself get involved to ensure that proper investigation be conducted and those involved be fired immediately. They are very unprofessional and they should not be in the office of the president. You can have the kind of people in the office of the president. You cannot. How much dollars so much somebody will give you for that press, for that speech? That you have to give out the old man's speech when he's still even addressing the state. And somebody told me the president only did it because they wanted to break the news. But they got the speech of the president even before they could break. Before 12 o'clock. They had a speech in their possession. But they never wanted to release it, the next morning before, the president addressed. That's how the president they waited up to when the president was addressing the state. That's how they pray out. That's how they pray out. But my problem is, Mr. President, or my quest is, Mr. President, this should not be taken lightly. That's being very unprofessional. You don't want to behave that way. At least after the omen address to the nation, fine. Then they can start to share what a soft copy or hard copy now to the public. It become public documents. But where in the president is still addressing the state, and you get a speech or in the public, it needs to be investigated by the offices of the president. Today, he must see it as something that, oh yeah, leave that thing, man. You forget about that thing, it means nothing. But the bigger ones might happen ahead of you. On a very serious note, the bigger one might happen. It might be very desperate. It might be something that you as a president might even find it difficult to handle. I'm very sure that other opposition political parties got the speech before the president's State of the Nation address. I'm very sure. And people in the offices of the president are the ones who sold it. And that's how you saw it everywhere. They started circulating everywhere. While the old men were on the platform and the thing were everywhere now. So it wasn't even a news now. It wasn't something that other people could listen to because they already went through it. It's serious, fellow Liberians. I know you have few other issues you want to talk about, specifically as it relates to the leakages of the president's speech yesterday. We can talk about it. I will open the line, take 5 calls on this, what you make of it. But for me, I'm very clear. I want the president himself to get involved, investigate. Those involved should be dismissed. Those involved should be dismissed and should not be trusted. They should be dismissed and should not be trusted. That's been very unprofessional. You can have grown-up men and women that should be, very professional and know exactly why they to where they are, they be behaving in such a way. I go to the old man's speech, you sell it. I'm told it's solely. How much? So much? Yeah. Hey, Liberia. But the president, I know, he won't take this lightly. Why it is true that some of the things in his speech, we have some issue and we'll talk about them. But let's be honest now. He's our president, no matter our disagreement. He's our president. For the speech of the president to come to the public at that time, I think it should be investigated. And it should not just be investigated, but whether you are a unity partisan or whoever you are, and you are involved, you should be dismissed. You should be dismissed. We'll take a few calls on this thing, maybe 5 calls. Then we'll move on to the issue of the creation of job that the president made mention of 70,000 people. 70,000 people they've been able to employ. But we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. And so we'll go to the line and take a few calls. And then we come and move in and start to talk about the president State of the Nation address yesterday. We can take a few calls on what transpired yesterday, specifically the leakages of the speech of the president. Yes, we can give you the time to talk about it. You heard the president asking as to whether he should instruct the people to have their seat. And all of that. So we can take a few calls on this. Then we'll open the lines, or then we'll come back. We move in and start to talk about the president's speech. And once we come back, we will begin with where the president spoke about the creation of job. Tell where we're going to begin. So let's get the lines on. Yes, let's get the lines on quickly. But the cash giveaway is on. Keep playing the cash giveaway while we try to get our lines on. Chauncey Jaswo Tito says, good afternoon, Voice of Liberia family, and good afternoon to the peace-loving people of Mama Liberia. I'm following from my Nurkra Town resident. Jeffrey Kadi Junan says, good afternoon, brother. Thank you for the show. Seku Tarawale says, good afternoon, brother Josh. I'm following you from Kakata, Maigibi County. Obi Day says, I'm Obi Day. I'm watching from SKD CDC Man 2029. He says, and so the lines are now activated on 0773 419 502, 0773 419 502. What do you make of the leakages of the president's speech? What you think should be done at this point in time? The president was addressing the states yesterday while the men were addressing the states. The speech was already everywhere on the social media. Too many news platforms, they were flying with the speech of the president. What you make of it? 0773 419 502, 0773 419 502, 0773 978 564, 0773 978 564, 0880 907 907, 0555 711, 0555 711, or 0880 907 907, 0773 419 502, 0773 978 564. Let's move to the lines and start to take a few calls on this one. Hello, welcome. Let's hear you. What's your name? You call from New Georgia. Go ahead. Let's hear you.
I describe it as air, but black.
Hello. Oh, we lost him. But you can read out of our numbers. Yes, 0773 419 502, 0773 419 502. Better still, 0773 978 564, 0773 978 564. Let's get this pressing on this other line. Hello, welcome. Let's hear you. What's the name from where you call?
Yeah. Good afternoon, Josh.
Good afternoon. Welcome. Let's hear you.
Yeah, I'm Peter David Castle. I call from under the street light in Lower Johnsonville. Thank you for the fascinating discussion this afternoon. The leakage of the president's speech yesterday speaks volume that the inner circle of the president are totally dissatisfied with him, and also speak to a gross.
You think that's what it implies, or something? You think something is going on?
Yeah. Oh, if your inner circle are satisfied with you, they will not and I sent your State of the Nation address out. They are totally dissatisfied with the president and the way he governing the society. And lastly, the next one is the gross incompetency of Joseph Yemabuakai and his co-officials. Those are the factors that led to the leakages of the State of the Nation address. I saw it circulating yesterday on the social media. And we preempt all what we preempt yesterday. And they are the one that and Joseph Mabwaka spoke to. So why the essay? This guy came to government with a lies and deception. They are grossly incompetent, and they will not be the first one. That's why it will continue to be.
Thank you.
Up to 2029.
Thank you. Let's get this person on the line. Hello, welcome. Let's hear you. Hello, welcome. Let's hear you. What's the name? Go ahead. Let's hear you. We're talking about the leakage of the president's speech yesterday. Go ahead.
Yeah, bro, George. You see in life, when you are leading public sector, you should be very careful because not everybody around you is in support of you. The only president is leading the country when it comes to separations and.
Hello. Kalaide, hello.
Hello.
Hello. Conclude quickly. Let's get another person.
Yeah. So people they are not for him. But because when you run the country, so for the opposition they arise, so they will send the spear, and for all we opposition with that game, we want to dig always. Your motion. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Hello, welcome. Let's hear you. What's the name from where you call?
Yes, good afternoon, Brother John. How do you do this afternoon?
I'm okay, welcome. Let's hear you.
Hello?
Go ahead, you are live. Let's hear you.
Wow.
Are you getting me?
I'm not here.
Oh my word. This person who lost this other caller. Okay, let's come to this other line. Hello, welcome. Let's hear you.
Yeah, hello.
Hello, welcome. What's the name for where you call?
Yeah, I'm seeing my Kamara and I do join from my home resident.
Let's hear you. What you make of the leakages of the president's speech yesterday?
Actually, to admit, the speech of the president is somehow, disgusting because actually the president is a man with high integrity when it comes to education. For such that to occur with his own inner cycle, that speaks volume. Because this president came to power with high expectation, like many were saying, who's competent in our past. I don't want to compare, but we all know the level of education. But for what happened yesterday is a complete, shame and embarrassment to the nation.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's a complete embarrassment to the nation because the government will know. I would thought they come, from the agenda of rescue. Then you see something that they come in, oh my brother, it's too embarrassing. Because if you look at the total grading of his speech, that's how he says things out in the interest of the Liberian people.
Mm-hmm.
But no,
we'll talk about we'll talk about some of the things he said. We'll talk about them. Yeah, we're just talking about
I just the total
way.
grading. Yeah, surely the speech, actually. Surely, my brother, I'm out of words, man. Thank you for the show.
Thank you. Let's hear from this person. Hello, welcome. Let's hear you. What's the name from where you joined the show? You are live. Go ahead.
Yeah, how are you? Good afternoon, Brother George. I'm James Kamara from the Sovereignty World Movement.
James, you are live. Go ahead.
Thank you very much for this platform and for giving us the opportunity always. We are sad for some of us yesterday when we saw the speech, flickering on the social media, and then how would the president be coming to give a national address, and then that is already out there and people have access to it. Not supposed to be so because these are things that are supposed to be unexpected on the president. But I think yesterday I was sad when the president was about to begin his speech to the extent that I have to ask the lady to say, I should ask the people to sit down. I was very down because it shows to me that the president is not in charge. The president is being managed. You understand? That shows to us that whatever that is being done, the need is just going on there that he is the president. But there are a group of people that are just running our country anyhow they feel, and anything they tell the president is what the president will believe in because the president sometimes is absent-minded. That's what it showed to me because the president is supposed to know that when people are standing before you begin a speech, you have to ask them to sit down before you can continue. You understand? But if you will be asking a lady, I should ask them to sit down. And another thing I was there again, when one of his bodyguards took his hat to hold fast to it, he hold it from the guy and said, "Give my hat here." And it was live. You can hear him. I even caught that and placed it on social media. Can you imagine?
It's circulating everywhere. It's circulating everywhere.
Yeah, it was not well actually diplomatically, but we wait to see how that we can discuss the speech.
Thank you.
Power. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And so we're not taking calls. Let's move in and start to talk about the speech, the president. We're going to be specific. Yes, I want to be specific. I'm more focused to the job creation that the president spoke about. But let's, Melvin Nathaniel Roosevelt says, good afternoon, Josh Way. I'm watching from Monrovia. Moses Wisse says, I'm watching from Buchanan City, Grand Bassa County. Welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. Share the show and let's have a wonderful conversation right here this wonderful afternoon. And so, too many things the president spoke about. Too many other issues that the president spoke about yesterday. He spoke about 70,000 jobs being created in 3 years by his government. The president said the government has been able to support 198,000 farmers in Liberia. And the president, in his speech yesterday, said to Liberians that they've connected 63,000 new homes, meaning people who never had, how you call it, current. They've been able to connect them. And the president also said, they've been able to take over 8,000 children from the streets. They've reunited 13,500 children with their families. They've sent 4,000 children to school. 3,700 children got care through, caregivers. The president said the government has been able to put 3,400 volunteers, teachers, and health workers on payroll. He spoke about the increase of 23,000 health workers' salary. 23,000 health workers' salary. The government, they've been able to increase that, according to the president. You Liberians will attest to that. And the president also made mention of the government has been able to give 34,000 people water. Meaning the water and the silver, they've been able to supply you water. You got water, in your homes. You can bother yourself. You just go and you relax and start to make use of the water. But there are two issues that have drawn my attention, and I want us to talk about it, fellow Liberians. Why it is true that there are many, but I want us to talk about two issues. The reason I wanted to talk about those two issues is because that during the campaign and as part of the president's arrest agenda, he spoke about them. The issue of the creation of jobs, the improvement of the agriculture sector, and all of that. And too many other issues the president raised. But I want us to get started with this thing that has to do with the creation of jobs. 70,000 Liberians that the government, according to the president, they've been able to give job to. They've created jobs for 70,000 of Liberians. Where? How are the people benefiting? Let me tell you something. You're talking about 70,000. let me do the mathematics before we come down to relatives, because if you're talking about 70,000, somehow I might have my relatives, part of the number, and the trickle down effect will affect me. Positively, it will affect me. So to have 70,000 presents, you know what you're talking about? Let me do something here. Divide. I'm going to divide by this. So you'll be talking about around 4,000 plus. Yes. What is it? Okay, for this, I come in divide. Okay. For divide this 70,000. So now 70,000 presents. John Brown is working. For instance, I'm working. I have other family members in other areas. Some are here. So when I get my salary at the end of the day, I will share with my brother, I will share with my sisters in other areas. The trickle-down effects will hit them. It will affect their life, whether positively or negatively. But the president made mention of 70,000 jobs being created. And it's just another, very wide contradiction. The president, just widening the contradiction in his comments and the vice president comments of recent, I think a week or two ago, when the vice president admitted publicly that the issue of, job creation was a major issue for the government. In fact, he said that is a major challenge for the government to ensure that they create job opportunities for Liberians. And after a week or two for the president to come and say they've been able to create 70,000 jobs opportunities, or 70,000 jobs, yes, let's say so, for Liberians. How? Where? When Liberians are seen protesting everywhere, when there are issues everywhere of employment, people are complaining that their jobs are being taken away from them. When people are complaining that they've been sidelined, how is it that the government will say to us Liberians that they've created 70,000 jobs for Liberians? How? How is it affecting, or how is it affecting the lives of the ordinary people, fellow Liberians? Is it that the job is being created in the private sector? But we're not even seeing anything happening in the country. Absolutely nothing is happening. I don't know, for instance, who will get votes of Liberia, will get security, and other people here. The president will include all of that. But on a very serious note, this figure is just too very high. And I think the lies were too much. If it is not the president who lied to the people of the country, then the people who wrote the speech lied to the president. And they just wrote those figures on paper and they gave it to the old man, and the old man read it out to the people. Because the jobs that the old man, the government, they've been able to create, where is it? Where are the jobs? When you have even the little civil servants that you took too many of them from payroll, you've not been able to replace some of them. The harmonization thing still the same. But you come and say you've increased how you call it? You've increased 23,000 health worker salary when the same health workers are complaining. The same health workers, they're complaining. They've been protesting all around the place. They've abandoned health facilities here on several occasions. But the president will come and say that they've been able to create 70,000 jobs. How? Where? Who are those employed? Are they Liberians? Because under no circumstances in Liberia, no matter our population, that you get 70,000 persons working and the impact is not being felt everywhere. The impact will automatically be felt everywhere in the country. But now leave from here, go right here, Maigibi, go to right here, Bon County. The people are going through a lot, nothing doing. At the end of the day, you have too many persons selling, nobody buying. Everyone want to sell, but no one to buy. Where is it? Where's the 70,000 jobs? Where is it? Where is it? It's something concerning. And it's something that we all need to have conversation about. Because, like I said, no matter our population, once you get 70,000 present in Liberia and having opportunity to work, and they earning something good, or they taking home something, automatically too many people somehow get something to eat. But nowadays in Liberia, eating has become an achievement, like Sekou always says. You know how many presidents normally just take their time and come to this radio station and want people help them? Some people will say to you, we're selling, they don't buy, their goods will get damaged because they're not buying the market. So where is the 70,000 job? They say that the people don't have family, or their family not part of the 70,000. What's happening? And I listened to the president. He said, flour dropped from 75. Let me say from 35 to 35. I don't know whether that was an error or whatever, that he could not even rectify. But too many lies. No matter what's happening, 70,000 jobs, you know what you're talking about? You know what you're talking about? You got even people that are working, they civil servant them. They've not been able to get their compensation. Sometimes 3-4 months, they will complain. So how is it that the government, they've created 70,000 jobs? Where? You have a system that is not working. The people who did that thing to us, the people who did that thing to the president, we need to apologize. They need to be dismissed by the president. Not just apologize, but they should be dismissed by the president. So what you're trying to say, oh, the vice president was lying when he said that the issue of job creation is a major, challenge for the government. They've not been able to create jobs. So he was lying. He doesn't know exactly what he was saying or what he said. The president made mention of the FOIA project. He was clear. He admitted that FOIA project is a government project. When I listened to the president when he made that comment, I was laughing and I was like, wow. But I thought this president just appeared on state radio just a few days ago and said something else to us. That he weren't in the know of this project. How can it's a government project? Too many contradicting comments behind this one project. So if it is a government project, did that project even go through the rightful procedures? Did the project go through the rightful procedures? Did that happen? We just woke up overnight and saw that project. Because nothing of such, we could not see anything of such in the budget for that facility. The PPCC were not even in the know. The Ministry of Public Works were not even in the know of that facility. Until at a point in time, the Public Works Minister was embarrassed when he was quizzed about that facility. All he had to say was, the executive will speak to that because it has some security implications. He was very clear. You had the Kula Fofana saying something else, other people saying something else, contradicting themselves. The president himself contradicting himself, saying all kinds of things. He was not consulted. He doesn't know about it. Like MRU people and other, I know. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That he weren't consulted about even the selection of where where to build that stuff. Hey, man. The president, for me, I don't want to hold him responsible. I just believe that the president should not be here responsible for the address. I know some of you will want to say another way, but I don't want to hold him responsible. You know the reason why? I want us to hold the people that wrote that thing. But even if you say so again, or even if I say so, that I don't want the president to be here responsible, then I will start to ask myself, they said that the president, did not rehearse it, did not go through it before the address yesterday. Automatically, it was prepared a long time and given to him. I'm very sure that he went through it. could not even figure them out and say, look, this is untruth. This is untruth. And the president said to us yesterday that they've supported 198,000 farmers. Amen. For heaven's sake. How they've done it, how they've done their support, where they've support. We need to be honest. Look, the thing they've started to do is wrong. The thing that the government they've started to do is wrong. Those of you tasked with the responsibility to prepare the old man's speech, when you're doing that thing, and you'll be careful. Because there is this thing that I've noticed since the address of the old man yesterday, too many Liberians, including even Unity partisans, are angry. So I've started to ask myself, why are they angry? Yesterday, Mo Ali posted. Other Unity partisans were on the social media after the president's State of the Nation address. Hope some of you have social media phones, so just go and read the comment section and see the way they were whipped. People were angry yesterday. Liberians, up to present, they're still angry. Because they are yet to believe that the government, they've created 70,000 jobs. Or they've been able to create 70,000 jobs for Liberians. So 70,000 of our population, they got job. Possible is that? That is untruth. That is untruth. The lies are too many. The lies are too many. And this needs to stop. It needs to come to an end. The president made mention of 198,000 farmers they've been able to support. Where? Where? How? Where are the farmers? Amen. Fellow Liberians, we need to be sincere. We need to be honest sometimes. The people not doing well for the president. On a very serious note, they're not doing well for the president. You cannot continue to do this. The State of the Nation address isn't meant for campaign. That during the campaign, you lied and said all kinds of things, you maneuver your way to power. And now you're in power. You want to still keep lying? You think it's fair enough for you to continue to lie to the people? It's completely wrong. How you've supported farmers? What sort of farming the people you supported? What sort of farming they're doing? Amen. Where are we heading, fellow Liberians? Imagine 198,000 farmers. Yeah. Where? Where are the farmers? What sort of farming they're doing? But I want to hear from you, Liberians, regarding the jobs. 70,000 of Liberians. The president said they're working. They've been able to give them a job in 3 years. 70,000 Liberians. So why are Liberians still complaining now? For me, that's my question. Why are Liberians still complaining when the old men have been able to create 70,000 jobs? Meaning 70,000 persons, they've gotten job just in 3 years. Amen. But let's hear from you, Liberians. 198,000 people. The government have also been able to support farmers. Amen. The thing is, it's very hard to say. It's very hard to talk. To have people lying like this, I mean, it's concerning though. Seriously. But let's take a few calls. We'll leave from here today 3:30. I have other engagements, and so I will have to attend to them at 3:30. But tomorrow I'll be back here. But let's take a few calls. We'll take a few calls on this thing. Look, too many other, before, just hold the court, please. Just hold the court. Too many other responses we've gotten from the president State of the Nation address yesterday. Political parties are listening to comments. Yes. He just had a press conference. He was brutal. He was very angry. I was able to listen to Amara Kone this afternoon. He had a press conference. He was also, he was angry and speaking out on some other issues regarding the president's State of the Nation address. And you cannot intellectualize hunger. The people are hungry. They're complaining about no jobs, and then you come and you want to defend that you have created this number of jobs, 70,000. You've employed rather 70,000 Liberians. And your officials, they're passing around and defending. This isn't good for our democracy. This is now a good one for the government. Liberians are angry now. Everywhere you go, Liberians are angry. It's the talk of the town now. That the president lied. The president lied. You think it's a good thing for us? Automatically, it's now a good thing for us. But let's hear from you, Liberians. What you expected of the president that you did not hear? What is it that you expected of this president that you did not hear? What are your recommendations? What are things that you expected the old man? And quickly, let me say this. The president made mention of this whole thing that has to do with the Capitol building saga. And he made a commitment yesterday that people who burned this Capitol building or who was involved with the Capitol building burning, they will be investigated and action will be taken against them. And I want to be on record. I think what the president did yesterday by, mentioning that Asan case, it undermined the case. For the president to have, indicated in his speech yesterday, it undermines the investigation, it undermines the case. Forget about he should have forgetting about this whole case and let the investigation continue. But to have come out publicly in his State of the Nation address and start to say that, I think it undermines this process. And it shows that he's deeply involved into the manipulation. But again, Fonanti, he's not just an ordinary Liberian, or he's not just an ordinary lawmaker, but he's a seasoned lawyer, though. He's a seasoned lawyer, so he understands how the system works. And that's the reason why you still see the government finding it difficult. They're still doing all kinds of things. But the investigation from the onset, we've said that the fact that the government and in fact the president, right after the branding of the Capitol building, when the president made that comment, he took a side. At the beginning of it, we said this whole thing, that those who burned that building, I mean, they will not call them out. They will not be called out. And I just feel that the president was not to even make mention of it. He undermined the entire investigation. He undermines the entire investigation. But let's go to the lines. We hear from you, Liberians, regarding the President's State of the Nation address. I want us to be specific to the creation of jobs. I mean, do you have jobs, you Liberians? Not all of you now. But is it actually truth that 70,000 of our numbers now have opportunities to work? They've been given jobs. You agriculturists, those of you involved into the farming, are you guys being, how you call it, supported by the government? Like the president made mention of 198,000 of you farmers. You've been supported by the government. But let's go to the lines and hear from you, Liberians. What you expected? What you heard yesterday? Was it what you expected? This president. Hello, welcome. 0773 419 502 0773 978 564. Hello, welcome. Let's hear you. What's your name?
Yeah, I'm Ibrahim.
If go ahead.
Yeah, I listened to you this morning. Really, it's just I will not chance to call on Serena show, but actually it's frustrating. Really, it's frustrating. They just carrying the labyrinth. They don't know nothing. They didn't come to govern. They only move just because of hatred. Because how can you say you are the educated man? Joel is not educated. Joel government will not make you. You are educated. You say you know about governing system. You lying to the labyrinth to the extent that Birabos terror is telling us that the paper is lie. How will it 100,000 jobs you give it to the labyrinth? What part of library you give that job? That nobody, even when I'm working, but I was taking on my friend or my relative. Where part of library? This kind of a broad line. Why the person that wrote the paper, you get 2 to 3 months to analyze your own speech. Why you can't look at it? You are already man. Tell your voices so. Oh man, actually I can't want to do this kind of a lie because when I lie, the international community will not even trust me to give me money to get on development. Because when I lie, how would the people trust me to give me money to even develop the country?
All right, thank you.
So actually, it's very much frustrating.
Thank you. Musa Sharif has joined us. Moses Pay has joined us. Moses Betsy has also joined us. Welcome, guys, to the show. We can take some calls. This person, hello, welcome. Let's hear you. What's the name from where you call?
Good afternoon, George.
Yeah, good afternoon. Welcome. Let's hear you.
Yeah, I'm Peter Davika, so I call from another street like in Lower Johnsonville. Thank you for the fascinating discussion this afternoon.
Peter, go ahead.
You know, George, I think and our prediction, our expectation came to reality. And then yesterday we told you that everything that the president is going to say is going to be fallacious and based on falsehood. And that was portrayed by Joseph Imabwaka yesterday. How will you come look at an educated and intellectual society where people are gearing for jobs? That you created 70,000. And the president even failed to indicate the sector where the 70,000 were created. See how these got into power with the limited ideas, and yesterday they sat down, criticized everything. But all I can tell Joseph Imabwaka, your 70,000 jobs that you are created, you need to keep some for yourself. Because after 2029, you are going to be dislodged from power. Keep some from O'Ali, keep some from Amo 12 or pass away. And in my welfare, you have to keep some those 10,000 jobs for them. Because after 2029, absolutely, you are going to be dislodged from power. We need
Thank you.
serious-minded people.
Thank you.
Gearing for national transformation.
Thank you. Thank you. This person, welcome. Let's hear you. What's the name from where you call? Hello, welcome. Let's hear you. Town, let's hear you.
Yeah, what we expect for the president. And the presidency is so messy, he didn't listen to news. So, anyone they tell him, he believe it. Look at yesterday, they see the president, the public go talk. He brought a lot of people in that work. I'm not going to job. See the school. You can't say the Minister of Education gave you food to the children and to the campus. Why are you lying like that for? You continue lying to the laboratory, but it's good for us. When good person there will say, we don't want that person, we want bad person, we'll learn on the highway.
All right. Very much. Thank you. Thank you. Let's get another person. Hello, welcome.
Good afternoon, Mr. Wade.
Good afternoon, welcome. Let's hear you.
Thank you. My name is Levi, and this afternoon, I'm going to
Levi, go ahead. You followed the President's State of the Nation address yesterday.
I didn't know you were coming for all, so I know you had interviewed yesterday. Listen to it. A friend of mine called me concerning you, calling and saying, no, I will not follow this kind of program because I know that also lies that they come up with. Because it's not the first time. When you come when he left there, his first state of nation address, he told us in the viewing, the entire world, that after year you are going to accuse 10,000 youth in IT. Let's say one school and one of those students today. The president left from there. I mean, post graduation in Serbia the last time he does not know about the project in Lupa. At the same time they went to bombing, he said they say he created jobs. Hey man, what you tell that but you know sometimes I would say that too because in my community, the young people that saw it that doctor now, the more than the number before. So these are some of the jobs maybe we are talking about because people correctly get from another community can dominate another community. So I believe that some of the jobs because some of the information minister just use actually this money on people that they create a job, people that are working along the road that are in construction. Oh, yeah, the president, we are constructing road here, people are working, but they were still saying they were not these people were not jobs. But today it is job because it's just for that. So you know the contract is not so money paper. So somebody else need to 4 years your correspondent in your bureaucracy.
Thank you.
You know someone that is doing the money so they power so they can share all those will know the number.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's get another person. Hello, welcome. Let's hear you. What's the name from where you call?
Brother John.
Yeah, good afternoon. Welcome. Let's hear you.
This is the Common Board Chairman. I'm Chairman T1P Willie. I join you from Stockton at the Shufo.
Go ahead from district number 4. Let's hear you.
You're asking a question as to what we expected of the president within a year. What he said it was what we expected. Then I would say yes. What I expected of this president is just what he did. I expected even the worst because I know this president incapacitated. Because of the incapacitation, he always lied to do a call. We predicted this before the sonar. We said this president was going to bring real forest lies. The lies of 2024, the lies of 2025 were all going to be refurbished and brought back to the Liberian people. So that's not strange. We expected it. But here's the thing. Here's the takeaway. Josh.
Go ahead.
You and myself, we are Liberian. We live in Liberia. We are not strange in this land. Look at the number the party and his surrogates are putting out. This old man is telling us that he are in power of 198 farmers. And his partners, in power another 35,000. So if you add 198,000 to 35,000, you will sum up to 233,000. So the question is, George, what are the produce that these people are producing this farmers?
That's what I was asking. What sort of farming are they doing?
Yes.
Welcome. Thank you.
Which crop the planning? What kind of market is the crop going into? Grandfather should start lying in with both kids.
Thank you. Thank you. Let's get another person. Hello, welcome. Let's hear you. What's your name from where you call?
Good afternoon, George.
Good afternoon. Welcome. Let's hear you.
I'm Christian. and I'm Christian Pray for Enemy Bio, and I do join the conversation this afternoon from the headquarters of the Veterans Bureau.
Go ahead.
Because we're having the whole community.
Go ahead.
Well, George, I appreciate you for your analysis. And these are some of the things that I personally expected from Mr. Boagat. If you can remember the show before the Sona, I said that President Boagat was going to come to the Liberian people with lies and deceptions. And I anticipated. The only thing Mr. Boagat has said truthfully to the Liberian people was in living alone, being packed like a race car in the garage for the past 12 years himself as vice president or no. So all of the time Mr. Boagat has served the Liberian people, Mr. Boagat has totally come to the Liberian people with lies. To the extent that this physically, it is not even hitting, George. We cannot be living in a country where we are interrelated. Mr. President, we have once said that people, 7,000 human beings is employed or are being given jobs, and we are not saying the reflection on some that are not working. It's bad, George.
All right.
Even if you're having 5,000 people on job right now, George, you see the economy will be booming.
Mm-hmm.
People in the slum of those communities will not be fighting.
It will definitely have trickle-down effects on Liberians. Too many of us.
Mm-hmm. Even the business people, you see business start to move. But go in the market, tell the microphone to the people in the market. People are not buying. People do not have money. More in this time, you're not even seeing the money. Companies are employing people, are now putting people down because the money is not circulating. It's only between the government officials, Mr. Boagat and his lieutenant.
Thank you. Thank you. This person, hello, welcome.
Yeah. Thank you again, Brother Judge. I'm James Blamakamara from the Liberian. Thank you very much for the platform. Let me just say that the lies are too many, and as time go back, and we'll continue to flag the issues as you bring them step by step because the lies are many. Can you imagine? I expected the president to have spoken of the issue of the rape cases of recent where children have been sodomized, young people are being raped, more than 2,800.
We did not hear anything of such.
Yeah, 2,000 plus rape cases are being reported at Minister of Gender. 2,000 plus rape cases are being reported of recent under his regime. Then he took over. He did not flag that figure because that is not a positive news. But he's still lying to the Liberian people that you fear 70,000 jobs. If it was true by now, Liberian would be celebrating. And before that time, Liberian would be celebrating because we ourselves be saying that, yeah, this is the job that the government has created. But even to those private sectors, go there and ask people who have been working more than 3-4 years and on probations and while out there, they are not being employed. Can you imagine that? Then the president will come and say 70,000 people are being employed. It's just a lie. Even the farmers, where you will go and find those farmers that he has been able to support in terms of giving them agricultural support, where how much has been allocated for that? Even the housing the housing unit is building in the person foyer. And if you're saying that it is sponsored by the government, it's a direct contradiction because you say it's a minor river union project. So
then you come back and say,
then how it become the project of the government of
the old man keep contradicting himself. He keep contradicting himself. When the mayor appeared the other time on state radio, he said he knew nothing about that project.
Yes. Yeah, he said he knows nothing about it, but he also said that the project is a minor river union project.
Yeah.
When he said he knows nothing about it, that was a contradiction.
Thank you. Let's hear from more Liberians. Hello, welcome. The CDC, as we speak, the chairman of the CDC is currently having a press conference. He's responding to the president, Sona. This person, hello, welcome. Let's hear you.
Yeah, okay, all right. Thank you, Judge. Quickly.
Go ahead.
Judge, you know that our international panel just came out with a report saying that Nigeria is 112 out of 126 hungriest country in the world.
Yeah, the hunger index.
What they're trying to do is to refute the account of our international partner, which is very detrimental to the farm movement of this country. This government already, all of the SODs are not given to the envelope of the government.
our international partners will be depending on. They came out with a report. Instead of our president being honest to the disco and saying the truth, so that these people can look for means to help us out of our crisis, he enacted to lie to the people. George, you and myself thought that when the session opening, the legislative session opening last time, what did our vice president say? Our vice president said the government is still creating jobs. The government is still when it comes to job creation, George. I think you got recalling. Then how come the president will come? It was just 2 weeks ago. Or 3 months the government confessed. Or 3 months the government confessed that they're not creating jobs. So just within 2 weeks time, the government they want to create 70,000 jobs. And the government the president want to come in a minute here and say they are not creating jobs for the youth. I think Mr. Wayne, remember, he said on 3 demonstrations in the cabinet meeting.
Yeah, he was encouraging the ministers to create opportunities for other young people, for other Liberians to get jobs.
Exactly. So how come the president of Canada is contradicting himself, the vice president, and even our international partner? This is very, very much
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. More Liberians are interested in the conversation, so we'll hear from a few of them. Hello, welcome. Let's hear you.
Good morning, bro. Good afternoon, brother John.
Good afternoon. Let's hear you. What's your name? Go ahead.
I'm Michael Aromola. I join you from Station 11 resident.
Michael, let's hear you. Be snappy. Your colleagues on the line, they want to contribute to. Go ahead.
You know, I agree with the president that he created 70,000 jobs because the one is play $50 to win, 50,000 to win 100,000. So maybe those are the jobs that he's talking about. I see one of the things again. I see one of the jobs again. I see since the government getting into power, as soon as they state people behind one another, they can collect people gas and fuel. They collect that. Since then, I never there's no any of you talking about it on radio. Where they carrying it, where they carrying it, we don't know. But they can just come when people take that gas, they bring the paper, they pull it, they pull that state paper, they carry it. We don't know where they carry it.
All right, thank you.
All right, then.
Thank you. Let's get this present. Keep playing the cash giveaway. *799 *8#. You keep dialing *799 *8#. Play with $50 Liberian, and then you stand a chance to win half bag of rice, win phones, or you stand a chance to win 5,000. Hello, welcome. Let's hear you.
Good afternoon, Mr. Wai.
Hello, welcome. Let's hear you. You are live on the show. Go ahead. Make a point.
Thank you. My name is Ali Padikoma Mepikin, Joseph Baka family, and I'm calling from the heart.
Go ahead.
Let's
hear you. Welcome.
You know, let me commend you for your talking point. Just for me, to be honest with you, I want to commend the president. What the president said yesterday, the president was truthful to elect people. Just when you look at the census report, the former president, we are done. According to the census report, we have 5.2 million human beings. So if you get 70,000 jobs to people, jobs, I mean, you are not getting jobs to nobody in the country. To be asked for me, I know what people locally patriotic.
The man stay defending you. Go ahead. I will give you the time. Don't worry. But let's have it interactive. That's all. Go ahead.
Yeah, you want point to be honest with you. I am my only radio, to be honest.
I admire you when you call, bro.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
You are not giving job to nobody in the country. I don't know how other people understand it. You have 5.2 million human beings. According to the census report, doing your own government and doing your time, the power government, they say we have 5.2 million human beings. Now you get 70,000 human beings job. Then somebody FPJ that.
Hello? Oh, I wanted to ask the man a few questions. I mean, you should call back, please. Call back. Call back. Even if you call my private line, I will take you. This person, hello, welcome. Let's hear you. What's your name?
Yes, George Way. Thank you very much. My name is George S. Stenger, the Executive Director for the Liberal Labor and Governance Alliance.
Go ahead. Let's hear you.
Yeah, thank you. So, quickly to the point, on the issue of the job creation, the thing is, why we see that the president's statement is good because he is representing our constitution of Liberia. We believe that the president missed the mark. We believe that the report from the president did not squarely tell you exactly how these jobs are being dispersed. Take for an example, we were just in Grand Bassa County. People coming from Margibi, Towno, Bomi, and Cape Town. And we can tell you for free, 95% of the workforce from these areas that we have covered, as mentioned in our annual labor report, 95% are in the informal sector. And those people, they are working as slaves, as casual laborers. You understand?
In the private area.
Of course, definitely. In the private sector.
Okay, go ahead.
No employment records, no contract, nothing of that kind. So then, when the president comes out to say that he has created 700,000 jobs, then my question is, or our question is, from which background are these jobs being created? Now, the president talked about the LEC lighting and XYZ. Mind you, I just conducted a survey for some of those beginners who are working for the LEC that are installing transformer and the light. It will surprise you to know 100% of them, aside from their supervisors, they don't even have fixed term contract. That's a weekly contract. They don't even have it. So now, then the question is, on what basis, or is the president actually referring to casual laborer, or the daily hire? You know, the people that go on the to go back.
What are he's including there in the employment?
Because even the president's statement questions the authority of the IMF, because the IMF report 2024, 2025 says that 88%, almost 90% of the workers in Liberia is from the informal sector. That tells you exactly how terrible, how precarious and dangerous the informal sector is. So
thank you.
I disagreed with the president on that, and we will have the conversation more. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. This person, hello, welcome. Let's hear you. What's the name from where you call? Hello? Caller, are you there? Oh, my word. Yes, I'm trying to get something straight from this. And okay, it's okay now. So let's pick this person. Hello, welcome. Let's hear you. We'll take 2 or 3 more calls, then we'll wrap it on the show. Yes, I have to attend to other engagement. Hello, welcome. Let's hear you. What's your name? Go ahead, you live. 30 seconds.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Welcome. 30 seconds. Knock the hammer on the head. Let's go.
Anyway, my name is Sylvester Chile, calling from the Canada.
Sylvester from Grand Bassa. Go ahead.
So when you're expecting for the president put it better. He told the people that I will a couple people work with the devil, I will work with the devil to come to power. Devil can't talk on the street. So if you continue to be lying to people, they're not continue to be lying. 70,000 jobs. You know how many people are benefiting from that 70,000 people that have no job? He said that he lied to the people. That is the first time the president and the ground. It's a project that he took for $10 million project. He won't come here, won't build it. He said, you know nothing with that project. Yesterday, look at the president of the country say yes, that government project. Who break ground? Who break ground for that project? Where you got that money from? We want to know where you got that money from. Someone want to know where you got that money from. The president continues to lie to the people. They know where will the devil say you continue to lie to us.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. Let me squeeze in this person. Hello, welcome. Let's hear you. What's the name?
Good afternoon and good evening to the peaceful citizens of Mama Radio.
Hello, welcome. Let's hear you.
My name is Stanley Sharif. I join you from Broadview, Division 17, proud son of Great Cape Country.
Stanley Sharif, go ahead.
Thank you for the topic on the discussion. George, yesterday in the afternoon, your show, some of us who predicted that nothing will come out from the president for last State of the Nation Nigeria yesterday. And surely it came to pass. Because can you imagine Mr. President discussing about creating, or he created, not even discussing about creating, he created 70,000 jobs across Mama Liberia. And he empowered 104,000 farmers across Mama Liberia. You know, if all these things being put in place, some of us will not be ever here crying on the government because we having our brothers and sisters in a rural area. Some of them they are farmers. So if they are in power, you know, the burden will not be on some of us to the urban area. But all in all, the president not getting new well for the Nigerian people. You know, the president came to this town on a measure of our lives. So he is continuing lying to the Nigerian people. Why must he do that to the Nigerian people? Now, what I say on a Facebook comment, this Mr. President, this coming Sunday, he needs to repent to the Nigerian people because he committed a lot of things yesterday. He didn't lie to the Nigerian people. This is not doing well for us. Thank you, Brother John, for having me on your show.
Thank you, Steve. Thank you. Thank you so much. The cash giveaway is on. I'm told 2 more persons. That's why I just that's the information I just got. 2 more persons. So 2 persons will play now 2 times. And then the next announcer will come on shortly. Once I leave, the next announcer will come in to do the draws. So the cash giveaway is on *799 *8 hash. You dial *799 *8 hash. You play with just 50 Liberian dollars, and you stand a chance to win either of the prizes that we're giving out. So play multiple times, play as many times you can play. Let's take this short break.
Teachers, for public universities,
It's been a wonderful and a friendly conversation. I mean, we have other issues to attend to. That's why I can make it up till 4 o'clock. But it was wonderful. It was good that I had to come and so that we have some conversation about the President's State of the Nation address, the leakages of the President's speech and all of that. We spoke about that this afternoon. The invitation is yours to join me tomorrow at 2 o'clock. I'll be here with another splendid edition of the show. Until we meet tomorrow. The name is Josh. I'm Josh Way. Bye-bye. I'm out.
From Capital Bypass to your home, office, business center, and in your car. This is Voice of Liberia. Just get touching. From Capital Bypass to your home, office, business center, and in your car. This is Voice of